Hey everyone, welcome to Reverse Homesteading. I've got some people coming over today, dropping off little grandbaby. The rest of the day will be a blur, I'm sure. The other day after I said I should provide some support for this little tomato that lasted the winter in my frost-covered garden bed, I thought, oh, I've got a peg in my pocket and a rubber band. So I just devised this quick little thing with a stake where it goes around the plant and around the peg. So if you're like me and you wander around with pegs and rubber bands from planting seeds in your pocket, that might be a quick fix. Little coriander are doing well. These are the next ones to be planted out. So I'll separate those and get some of the other things out of the garden bed. They've just been sort of sitting here because it used to be a frost cover area. Now I've got my tomato in there, the lemon drop one for my hubby, which shouldn't grow too big. I'm going to put some of these basil. I can't fit them all in here. These are the ones that grew from supermarket sprigs, and yeah, they've been going a long time, but they're kicking on now, so happy to have them in my garden too. So don't be fooled by recent rain if you have things that will need constant watering, or at least not drying out too much. I don't want to let these cabbages go too long without water. We have had rain yesterday, earlier in the day. I'm just going to see how the soil is, and if they need something, I'll give them something. The little hearts are starting to get harder now. This little one's getting harder, and I think there was another one over here. Yeah, this one is pretty impressive. It's a mini crunch, so it's not going to get huge, but that's when you know they're starting to really do something. So, look at the size of this. This is a sugarloaf cabbage that's gone to seed. Look at that massive seed head. I'm going to have so many seeds. These sugarloaf cabbage are really good for hot weather, so warmer climates. Here we do get hot spells in spring. I used to grow them in the tropics, so I think it'll be great to have that many seeds. I was wondering about keeping so many cabbage varieties. I've got 3 or 4 lots of seed, but I love my own seed, so we'll keep going with the sugarloaf because they're so hardy in the hotter weather. The other thing I wanted to show you with the cabbage was this that I noticed the other day. I was thinking of my video with the snail on top of the net and the slug on the side of the net. This is what they've been doing. They go up the net on the outside and they nibble through the net. So I suppose they haven't lost that much, and the heart will be fine once that heads up, the head of the cabbage. So we won't lose much, but they are opportunists, those invertebrates. Pretty excited to see this little Swede, a rutabaga, the other day. Nice little size, on the small side, but it'll get there. So happy some root veg are doing well. I guess later in the season they will, because they've been there for a while and some of the nitrogen is gone. Also saw some cute pink flowers on my borage. Aren't they sweet? Some over here on this one as well. I guess they're like zinnias. The older they get in the season, the more they turn a different colour. Zinnias sort of remind me of faded jeans. They might start with a purple, darkish purpley pink flower and end up with almost pale pink over time. Those little ones have flowered, but I've missed it. Happy to see that it looks like my Daphne cuttings have struck for the most part. At least 2 out of 4 there, so I'm happy about that. I am so glad I put my lemon balm in a pot. I have harvested this about 3 times since I grew it from seed. I think in autumn or fall I planted the seed, and it's just gone nuts. I knew it was a bully in the garden, which is why it's on a plant stand so it can't spread, but I'm going to have to cut a whole lot off. It's actually moving where the net is. I actually don't think the possums want the mint, which is weird because possums used to eat mint. Perhaps these current possums that we have in our yard, Australian possums, don't like mint. They definitely don't like lemon balm. It has not been trimmed by them at all. So I'm going to trim this myself, and I haven't even put manure in that when I planted them. Anyway, good to have things that go a little crazy sometimes. There's just enough time for Christmas presents to make a little homemade tea blend, perhaps. The other Christmas present idea I had for homemade things is to put some rosemary sprigs in vinegar or in oil, which is a pretty cool way of getting some flavour into your food. These are growing long and skinny, so it'll help the bush as well if I cut some of those off, probably about there, and dry them or put them in oil or vinegar. Well, it's another big day at our place, but I hope you're having fun in your garden. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.